Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in which I'm going to be taking on the On the Road Cosmos quest in Prompto's character event, and I'm going to be bringing a team of Ramza, Freya and Noctis with a Kistis non-friend support and a Bahamut summon. So as you see, I've decided to switch Ramza back to his mercenary attire. Those of you who watched my Abyss video earlier saw that I'd kind of got him rocking the Squire get-up, but I decided to change it. Although I have MLB'd his 90 CP armor because the gold aura was getting on my nerves, and I'm a perfectionist, goddammit. Have everything platinum or like nothing at all. Anyway, that being said, this event, Freya's got synergy. So she is joining my main lineup because I've always been an advocate for Freya. I've always been an advocate for how completely busted Dragon Breath is as a skill. I mean, honestly, like 150% overflow with 50% splash damage, that's like more than 100% damage to 2 targets. And then, like, you know, I mean, 3 targets is going to be the same shit, but that's a lot of friggin' damage. Literally the only drawback of Freya right now is that she doesn't have any X-weapons, so she doesn't have that kind of longevity that other characters have. But she even has like a 65% party max brave aura, which is pretty spicy. You know, presuming you've got all of her CS50 artifact passives farmed up, which is the downside, but we do have the revamped World of Illusions artifact dungeon now, so you've got no excuse apart from laziness and lack of potions, and believe me, I'm right there with you on the laziness. I have a lot of farming to do, and I'm kind of putting it off. But yeah, Freya's going to be doing all sorts of beautiful destructive things until she runs out of skills, at which point she'll just kind of be doing meh. But it'll be worth it. Noctis is here because he's the king of Cosmos until Chaos comes, which apparently is extremely soon, and I'm not quite sure how to feel about it, but I'm just going to choose to stay positive. And Ramza's here because I love Ramza and I love free turns, and he's got both of them. You know, he has free turns and he's Ramza, so that works. Kistis is here largely so that I'm able to delay the enemies. I actually tried doing this with like another Freya because I wanted to have some like Dragon Breath mayhem going on during the summon, but it didn't work out very well. You see, the problem with these bosses is that they've got an AoE Brave HP attack that does 100% damage, and I mean, if you let yourself get broken by that shit, you are dead. Like, I mean, apart from Freya because she's got synergy health, but you're probably dead. And if you kill one of them and the remaining one uses that attack, you are definitely dead. Unless you use Wall. Like, Wall absolutely trivializes this event, as he does with basically everything for the next god knows how many number of months, because he's just ridiculous. And those Brave Shields are really great because obviously the enemy hits the Brave Shield, they don't get the stolen Brave. So if they try and attack you from a break state, they'll do 0 damage, which is really amazing. So the only way an enemy can damage you when you've got Wall on the team is if they kind of have some sort of self-battery attack, or you mistime it and they come out of break directly on their turn. That's pretty much the only way they can damage you. So yeah, there's 2 ways to clear this quest. There is use Wall, in which case you should be fine, or there is not use Wall, and I've actually seen some really impressive runs, including a run by I'm not going to call him a good friend because I don't really know the guy on a personal level that well, but Soul DFFOO has recently uploaded a video of him taking on this quest with Team Soldier, which I was extremely impressed by. The fact that they can still do that in this kind of Cosmos, and I think it relies on paralysis to kind of bug out the enemy AI, and that's definitely a thing. I imagine if some people had Ash, maybe they could make that work here as well, although obviously the stuns aren't as frequent. But we're going for the damage race option. It's the nuclear option, and it's very much a case of mutually assured destruction. It's either us or it's the bosses. I hope it's us. I tried to record this earlier, and I hope it's the bosses. I tried to record this earlier and it was definitely us, and I tried it about 2 or 3 times and I gave up. So I'm going to try again, because, you know, I'm stubborn like that. Anyway, let's show my artifacts before I forget. For this one, I am going for the 108 CS50s because we are indeed going to be spending the most amount of time in the boss wave, as compared to stuff like Heretic Cosmos, where the earlier waves are actually quite strong and then you really need to not rely on a CS50 skill. My ideal artifacts for Ramza is 108 330 times 3. Like, that's what I'm going to be farming for him, because that's what I'm going to be having him using in Chaos when it eventually gets here, because he can really make good use of the extra max brave right there. Freya just has the artifacts I found up for her before. Like, this one is really good. The 108 CS50. I think that's what you want. You want 3 of those really. Max, you can make it. You can make an exception for Max Brave, CS50 as well. And I mean, the Mighty Dragon Breath is fine because she doesn't have her EX yet until she gets her EX+. And then Noctis, I have been doing a bit of work on. As you can see, I've got one perfect. I've got a 188 200. I've got a 65 330, but I'm not quite the full way there yet on everything else. And I'm honestly not sure whether it's even worth it to continue farming, because 200 is like almost at 330. Like, I would take a 108 CS50 as well, but you know, his artifacts are really good to the point that it's like, it's so almost perfect that literally the only reason I would even keep going is perfectionism. And I'm like, is it really worth the potions and the sanity? Like, I don't know. I've got other characters to farm artifacts for, so I might park Noctis for a while because he's definitely good enough, and then just kind of get onto the other ones. Anyway, let's jump into the quest and see how well we do. I mean, the first 4 waves are pretty much not really a problem. It's just going to be a case of getting to the last wave as soon as we can. Also, I've never played Final Fantasy 15 before, but this music is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just listen to it. It's fucking awesome. How can you not like it? Rhetorical question. Anyway, let's go. The urge to hum along with this is too goddamn high right now. Okay, I definitely killed the wrong one. So I'm definitely going to have to shout on this guy. Well, actually, I could have used Galvanize, but whatever. We'll be fine for a turn. Oh look, Ramza goes first. That's perfect. I don't want to use more Dragon Breaths than I need to. But if I use Shooting Star, I'll definitely get launch points. So let's do that instead. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just do a regular HP attack, and then Ramza can attack, and then Noctis can Brave attack. I mean, he only gets 6,000 left, so this might not really be enough damage to kill the thing, I don't think. No, I didn't think so, but that's fine. Which means Noctis gets to use Warp Strike. The best thing is that Noctis having like a max brave over 30,000, he's not really going to hit that with his warp strikes anyway. He just needs like battery beforehand, and then he'll be absolutely, he'll be Gucci. Okay, so this actually works out really well for me, because we've got Ramza sitting over here on this turn. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to try to... So hopefully... No, B is going to get broken before A. I'm going to target A, but I bet B still gets broken first because it deals damage to all of them at the same time. It would have been ideal if, I mean, oh no, that's actually good. That's what I want. I'm actually an idiot. I had a complete brain fart, but thankfully the game decided to save me. So I am definitely going to be sticking them both with the point blank warp. So here I can honestly just use Galvanize, and then bam. Nobody gets broken, probably. Depends how much damage they do. Oh no! It didn't break B. That was what I was hoping for. Yep, I'm gonna do this. It's a battery Freya, so she doesn't get broken. Although, that might just have been a bit pointless, because we might end up killing it with this next Conjure Omega, which I think is almost definitely going to happen, so never mind. Oh well, never mind. It's all good. So I'm going to attack him with Ramza in the hope that we actually can take this thing out in one hit, or if it doesn't, then that it collapses. Yeah, we do take it out. So now I am going to use a Warp Strike on C. And our good friend Freya over here can wind it up, so in the case that we don't kill A, then Noctis still won't get broken. But we kill A anyway, so it's all fine. You know, just taking some precautions, as you do. And so now here we are on the boss wave, and we've made it in 19 turns, so not the fastest. So the thing about these guys is that we really need to sort of stagger out how much damage we do to them. We need to ideally kill them roughly at the same time, because if one of them dies, the other one kind of has a tendency to go berserk. And that's just really not what we want to happen at all. So yeah, I'm going to be... Yeah, I'll use HP triple plus on our good friend B over here, and then Freya will start whipping out the dragon breaths. We've got 7 of them, we'd better make them count. So I'm actually attacking A there so that B will take a turn, just in case A actually comes out of break as a result, which it does, which is exactly what I want, because then Ramza will get to take a turn. So I'm actually going to leave my shooting star right here, because as you can see I've got 2 set warp advances, so I definitely want to use those if I can. So here's the bit where I'm going to galvanise on everyone, because I don't want Ramza to get broken. We will use a... Yeah, we'll use another Dragon Breath. Ramza will use a launch setup. We will HP here. Because that would have been honestly more than even Noctis' overflow could have taken. So what we want to do here is we want to move our turn before B, because B is going to use its buffs. So I'm going to use a Warp Strike plus here. We can refresh Omega that way as well. So that will also allow Freya to get another turn, which I'm going to use to target A. And then Noctis will also get another turn at this point. So here I am going to use Set Warp Advance. And now it is time to summon. So we absolutely need to do as much damage as we possibly can. So I'm going to be swapping Ramza out for Kistis, so we are going to be dealing B first of all. So I'm going to use a Shooting Star Plus on A over here. So that will also set up B for the launch, so that we can swap over and just delay B. Unless we happen to have an Innovate, which we don't, so that's fine. Bam! There you go. Noctis is actually going to use Brave Plus because he can use some of the overflow. Freya, on the other hand, is not. Freya only gets one turn in summon. That is quite disappointing, not gonna lie. I think we can use a HP++ here. Oh yeah, 70k, look at that. That is absolutely delightful. And then Freya, woof! 80k plus splash. Absolutely no complaints over here. So I'm going to delay A. And then I'm going to use another plus ability on B over here. Am I? So if I use a plus, that's going to do 50,000 damage. If I use my EX, that is going to do. Let's see how much damage. Because I've still got the overflow buff on, you see. So that's all I'm thinking about. If I use the EX, 59,000, 20% of 59,000 is going to be like 5,900, 118 plus 70k. 50. You know what? I can actually just use the EX, and it'll do about as much damage as it would if I used the plus. So I'm just going to do that. You know, because of the overflow buff on the CS50. I mean CS65 additional ability. There we go. Nice 70k. No problem whatsoever. And B is going bye-bye again. I want to delay B because Noctis actually doesn't have to use Warp Strike on A. You can actually just use a plus now. Which is all sorts of tremendous, honestly. Because with A, I'm actually gonna frick A the hell up. So I'm just gonna move my attacks over to B. So we need to refresh Shout. Which I am going to do right now. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. I may be wrong. Okay, so now A is about to start with the brutalizing. So we're obviously going to target B instead. Because one more attack is enough to finish A. Ha! Yeah, let's you kind of have to do it this way. Okay, so I'm actually just going to battery at this point because its defenses will have gone quite significantly stronger. But it's okay. Noctis got this. There we go. So that didn't work out too badly. How well did we do? 703k. Not bad. Not bad. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I know there are people out there who've probably done this a bit more smoothly, a bit cleaner, a bit more optimally, but you know, this works for me. I'm quite happy. I'm quite satisfied with how this turned out. So I can only hope that all of you have enjoyed watching as well. Thanks for your time, and I will see you guys all in the next video, which is probably going to end up being the Ramuh Cosmos video. Although they call the summon board quests Cosmos, but to be honest, how hard can they be? Because everyone's boosted. I know, famous last words. But either way, I'm going to see you then, because I'm going to have to get my grind game on something fierce, and I can't say that I'm looking forward to it, but I'm sure as hell looking forward to the 300 tickets I'll get for it, and of course the gems as well. So that being said, thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care, and see you later.